Hello, welcome back to my channel.
You poppin', I ain't even gotta say shit. I heard your man ain't shit, tell him face it. I'm stepping in to replace him. He can't even handle the basics. I cover all of the bases. Make you make all of them faces. You're nothing shy of my face.
Today, I'm gonna be telling the story of how I almost got kidnapped when I was in Vegas. But I'm also gonna get ready and I'm kind of in a rush, so here we go. Also, I don't know if this story is about to be long enough for how long it's about to take me to get ready. But maybe I'll tell multiple if I have enough time. Anyways, so I went to Vegas for my, first of all, this Vegas trip was supposed to be, there's supposed to be so many people going. Not so many, but there was like probably like 5 or 6 girls initially that were supposed to be a part of the trip. But you know how trips go. Last minute people start backing out. So it ended up just being me and Kennedy going. Literally, Kennedy is in every single one of my story times. But anyways, so this was for my 22nd birthday and it was over spring break. So this was like March, and Vegas is kind of a little bit crazy in March. Just because it's like spring break. But so at the time I was going to school in Nebraska and Kennedy was living in Florida. So we were just gonna meet in Vegas. So I flew separately, obviously. I flew from Nebraska, Kennedy flew from Florida. We already knew in advance that Kennedy was going to get to Vegas like a few hours before me. Like, I don't know exactly what time she landed, but she landed probably like 8-9 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't land until like 10:30, 11. But it's very important that we remember that I still landed in Vegas pretty early in the morning. So anyways, Kennedy gets to Vegas first, and the resort that we were staying in was booked under my name. So like I had to be the person to check us into the resort, and Kennedy got there first. So when she got there, I don't really know what she did when she first got there, but she eventually made her way to the resort. And if you've never been to Vegas, it's so confusing how to get an Uber or a Lyft, or like there's different, like you can't just walk outside the building and like order an Uber, or you can't walk outside the airport and order an Uber. You can't walk outside a hotel and order an Uber. Like at the casinos, you can't just walk outside and order the Uber, right? You have to, like, there's designated areas for Ubers and Lyfts, and then there's designated areas for like limos and party buses, and then there's designated areas for, I don't know, like rental cars, people that are driving an actual car, like their own car. So like everywhere has like its own area. So that was like the most confusing thing to begin with. So I get off the plane. And I'm like, before I ordered the Uber, I wanted to like figure out where I needed to go because this was my first time ever being in Vegas. So I wanted to figure out where I needed to go before I called the Uber, because I didn't want them waiting on me and then like charging me because they left or whatever. So I get to where I need to go, like the Uber Lyft pickup area, right? And I like order the Uber. So I order the Uber, and you know how like instantly when you order the Uber, it tells you like, this is Mike, and Mike has 5 stars, and it shows you a picture of him, and it shows you exactly what kind of car he's driving. When I ordered the Uber, a picture wasn't showing up of who my driver was going to be. It wasn't telling me like what kind of car it was going to be in, how far away, like literally nothing. And I was like, okay, maybe my phone's just like messing up because I just got off the plane. Like I just took my phone off airplane mode because I was kind of trying to rush a little bit because like I said, Kennedy was waiting on me at the resort. So anyways, it's not showing me who's picking me up. Like it's not showing me a person. And I'm like, what the heck? But whatever. But then I get a message from the Uber driver, and it was a guy. And also another thing, so like this isn't how it is for everywhere, but at the airport there's like parking spots for the Uber, so they're not all just like waiting in a line. So he messaged me on the app and he was like, I'm in parking spot whatever row. It's like spot 2 row 4, I don't freaking know, or I think it was a letter and then a number or something like that. Anyway, so I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, this is still weird because like I still haven't got a picture on my app to see like who the person that's picking me up is. I still don't know what type of car it is. So I'm just like, now I like walk out into the parking lot and I'm looking for this spot. But anyway, so I find this spot and the guy's like standing outside the car and he's like, I like looked at him, he looked at me, I looked at him, he's like, Ashley, and I was like, okay. Because like at first he wasn't even like about to say my name, because I always make sure that the Uber driver, especially now, says my name before I get in the car because I'm not trying to get kidnapped like this time. So anyways, so he takes my suitcase and he puts it in the trunk, and then I had like my backpack or bag or whatever I had, and I like brought it, oh my god, my hair looks really crazy. I brought it into the back seat with me. So we get in the car and like, first of all, it takes forever. It literally feels like ages to just even get out of the parking garage of the airport. And like we're going around, like literally around and around and around in circles. I swear Mike, whoever, I don't even know what his name is, I'm just gonna call him Mike. Mike chose the longest way to get out of the airport. So at first he's just like, hi, like welcome to Vegas, blah blah blah. And then he's like starts asking me questions, which at first I didn't think it was like weird. He was asking me like, have you been to Vegas before? And I lie about everything. Like in situations like that, I'm about to lie about everything because you don't need to know my information, sir. I'm alone in this Uber. You don't need to know anything about me. So he was like, hi, is this like your first time in Vegas? And I was like, no. He was like, oh, so what brings you to Vegas? And I was like, oh, I have family out here. Another freaking lie. Don't have family out there. And he was like, so if you have family out here, like, why are you staying at a resort? And I was like, well, I have a big family and there's going to be a lot of people in the house. So I just thought it would be better if I stayed at a resort. So sir, like, why do you care? Like, why are you asking me so many questions? Like, you're trying to figure out if I'm here by myself. You scary, scary man. So I'm lying left and right, and he was like asking like where my family lives and just ask me too many questions. Stop asking me, like, why are you asking a girl? I look like I'm 12, so why are you asking like a young girl all these questions when she's by herself? Anyways, so he's asking me all these questions. I'm lying out my ass about all the answers because this is definitely my first time in Vegas. I'm meeting only one other girl. I don't have family here. Just take me to my resort and leave me alone, sir. So he keeps asking questions and questions. And I'm like, I'm a paranoid person to begin with. So I start getting paranoid, like, why are you asking me so many questions? So I'm like, at this point, I'm texting Kennedy, like, this Uber driver is scary, like, ouch. Like, something's wrong or whatever. So then now we're driving, and he's like, do you want to stop at the liquor store? And I was like, no, like, why? No, just people are waiting on me, like, take me to the resort. And he was like, no, we'll stop at the liquor store. It'll make your ride cheaper. And I was like, no, like, people are waiting on me. Just take me to the resort. I'm fine. Remember, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's early. Like, I probably woke up because from where I lived in Nebraska, the airport was like 2 hours away. So that morning I was probably up at like 5 in the morning to drive to the airport to get there before my flight to leave. If not earlier than that, probably was like 4:30, honestly, because I feel like every time I had an early flight, I was literally leaving campus at the ass crack of the morning. So first of all, Mike, I wasn't in the mood to drink. I don't want to go to the liquor store. Take me to the resort. I need a nap. People are waiting on me. By people, I mean Kennedy. So he's like, no, like, let's just go. Let me take you to the liquor store. You can get some alcohol. It'll make your ride cheaper. Like, trust me, it's fine. And I'm literally saying, no, take me to the resort. No, and he's just being so persistent. And now, at this point, I've been in the Uber for like 15 minutes. And I'm texting Kennedy, and Kennedy's like, it was literally like, I'm texting Kennedy saying, because she's asked me where I'm at, and I'm like, I'm in the Uber, and she's like, why have you been in the Uber for so long? And she's asked me like actually how long I've been in the Uber, and I'm like, I've been in this bitch for like 15 minutes. And she's like, it was like 5 minutes around the corner. Like, my Uber from the airport to the resort was like literally 5 minutes. And I was like, oh my fucking God, he's kidnapping me. And I've never been to Vegas before. So like, what is me fucking looking at the map gonna do? Because I have no idea where we are. I'm just a dot on the map in the US, and some man named Mike is trying to kidnap me. So now I share my my ride with Kennedy, so she can see me on the map, so she can see like where the airport is, where the hotel. I could have done that, I guess, but I was panicked. I'm literally sitting in the back seat holding my backpack, like the most expensive thing I own is my laptop, and I'm holding it. Should I just jump out of the car at a stoplight? I'm literally contemplating tucking and rolling out of the car because I think this man's about to kidnap me. So Kennedy is looking at my my location on the map and everything, and she's watching this man, and he's driving away from the hotel or the resort, whatever. Here's the airport, here's the resort. Why is Mike driving that way? Literally that way. What the fuck, sir? Take me to my resort. Why are you trying to kidnap me? It's like Thursday at like 10:30 in the morning. Don't you have something better to do? Get breakfast, coffee, McDonald's? I don't fucking know. Why are you trying to kidnap me? So I'm like panicked. I'm so panicked. And I don't know if I think I probably just went mute in the backseat. I really don't. Oh, Kennedy's calling me. I'll call her back. I don't really remember what happened or like what made him start driving towards the resort. But anyway, so we start getting closer. Hold on, let me go get my eyebrow pencil. Okay. So like I was saying, he starts going back towards she didn't answer. He starts going back towards the resort. And so we start like approaching the resort or whatever. And this resort was pretty big. So there was like multiple entrances, but there was a clear like front entrance. And he pulls up in the back entrance, and I'm like, oh my God, here we fucking go. He pulls up in the back entrance, and he's like, do you want me to take you to the front? And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Who dropped somebody off in the back of the resort when you know I'm checking in? It's not like I said, I'm already checked in, like my room's back here. It'll just be closer if you drop me off in the fucking back in the trenches. Like, what, sir? But like I said, I just wanted to get out of the car. Like, I didn't want to be in this car anymore. So I was like, no, just like drop me off here. It's fine. So I get out of the car, and like he gets out of the car too because my suitcase is in the trunk. But as soon as he pops the trunk, I ripped that suitcase out of the trunk so fast I didn't even give him time to like, because normally they'll pick your suitcase up for you and take it out of the trunk, but like, no, sir, don't even touch anything that I own. You're trying to put some voodoo on me, put a tracker on me, trying to sex traffic me or something. I don't know. Like, don't touch my stuff. So I just snatched the suitcase out of the trunk, and I just start walking towards the front. And like I said, this is a really big resort, so it took a while for me to get from the back all the way to the front where like you check in. So, and of course I'm like flustered because I literally feel like I just almost got kidnapped for the last 30 minutes of my life. I'm like sweating, and it's like cold outside. It was a hot mess. So I finally get to the front, and I'm like talking to Kennedy, and we're like waiting in line so that I can check into the resort. And as I'm like waiting in the line, I get a notification saying your Uber ride has just ended. Because like I said, when I got out of the car, I was like all flustered and not really paying attention because You know, if you've Ubered or Lyfted or whatever before, you know as soon as you get out of the car, you get a notification saying that your ride has ended because the driver will just end the ride. So basically what he did was after he dropped me off, he continued to drive around some more and ring up or rack up my Uber ride bill, whatever it's called, I don't even know. Because like when you know how like when you originally purchased the Uber, it tells you like your estimated cost. And when I bought the Uber, my estimated cost was like $10 or like $12. It was super cheap because the hotel was 5 minutes around the corner. Why was I in the Uber for 30 minutes? So after I get the notification that he's ended the ride, I look. My bill was like $45. He drove around for so long that my $15 or $10 Uber now costed $45. So immediately, well, actually not immediately, let me not say immediately. After we got checked in, I checked us into the hotel and stuff, and we got to the suite or whatever, I messaged on Uber and I was like, hey, like you have a sex trafficker working for you, and not only is he a sex trafficker, he's also a fucking scammer because he just drove me around in circles for 30 minutes and made my $10 Uber turn into $45. So I messaged them or whatever, and Uber's so annoying. Like, why is there no phone number that you can just call and explain the story to? Why do I have to sit here and message back and forth to you 20 times to get my point across of what happened? So I messaged the Uber or whatever, and like I said, it takes forever to even communicate with them because it's all through messaging. And at this point, me and Kennedy are now like out getting food to eat, and I finally get a message from Uber, and they're like, your Uber driver reported that you were drunk. My Uber driver, who was trying to convince me to go to the liquor store, reported that I was belligerently drunk in the back of his car. It was 10:30 in the morning. I was up since like 4 a.m. Why would I be belligerently drunk? I know it's Vegas, like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but it was 10:30 in the morning. I was not drunk. So moral of the story, actually there's no moral to the story. Don't fucking Uber alone, I guess. Don't go to Vegas. Everybody's a scammer in Vegas. I actually do go to Vegas. It was actually a lot of fun other than that. But there was multiple times that we almost got kidnapped while we were there, because I can tell you another story that happened while we were in Vegas, which is actually like a little bit more interesting than almost getting stolen by an Uber, because you can like almost get stolen by an Uber anywhere. Probably more realistically if you're actually drunk, which I was not at all. But yeah, so Uber didn't believe me. My rating went not to shit, but it's like not 5 stars anymore. I have like 4.5, which is, I guess it's not terrible, but like I wasn't drunk, so it just kind of pissed me off. And I didn't get my money back because they believed their pedophile driver over me, which I guess like it's Vegas, so they probably do have a lot of drunk people Ubering, and they cause scenes in the cars and whatnot. But it wasn't me. I was sober. That was like the only point that I was like sober in Vegas, I feel, because I feel like the rest of the time we were drunk. That would have been fair if they said I was drunk when I was actually drunk, but I wasn't. Anyways, so that's the story of how I almost got kidnapped in Vegas. I don't really know if I almost got kidnapped, but like I wonder if I said like, yeah, like take me to the liquor store, like where was he? Was he actually gonna take me to the liquor store, or was he gonna kidnap me? That's my question. Oh, fucking shit. Ugh, I need to throw this pallet away. It's just,
I thought you were going to say you weren't recording.
Oh, I would have been so upset. I would have been so
would've been
upset.
for you.
But yeah, I wonder if like he was actually trying to kidnap me or if he just was like trying to get more money out of the ride. But like I want to know where, if I said like, yeah, let's go to the liquor store, like would he have actually taken me to a liquor store or would he have taken me to like some dark dungeon sex trafficking room, house, trap house? I don't fucking know, but that's scary. So always Uber with a friend, and don't get in the Uber unless you see their picture, because like I still to this day I don't understand why I didn't see, like his picture didn't come up, but obviously it was a legit Uber driver. I don't know, I guess weird shit happens in Vegas. Maybe the Ubers in Vegas pay more to like be able to kidnap girls, like when they see it's only one rider. That's so scary. Hold on, Kennedy's calling me. I'll call you back. Anyways, yeah, so that's the story time of how I almost got stolen. I either almost got stolen or I got scammed out of money. And fuck Uber for not refunding me. And fuck Uber for keeping that driver. Hopefully he's still not driving because that was terrifying. That was literally a terrifying experience. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready and then I'll come back and make the outro and maybe a thumbnail. We'll see. I need to pick out an outfit. Okay, BRB. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, I was gonna finish fully getting ready, but before I finish, but I don't have time to do that. But this is kind of my outfit. Don't look here. Black jeans. These boots. Anyways, wow, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe down below. I have to go in a big rush. Love you guys. If you want more story times, let me know. Ew, I'm leaving my hair behind my back. Okay, that's all. Come again soon. Okay, love you, bye.
Wait, what'd you say? Heard that you're